Well, this happened. Like, I don't know, many of you guys know me from FCA, and I'm in charge of sending the daily Bible verses to people through text. And that's kind of tough for me sometimes because I'm like stressing out, and I'm like, you know what, like, I think I want to do this anymore. But I try to, sometimes I get discouraged. But like when the semester was gonna be over, I thought maybe I was gonna stop because FCA was over. I asked my leaders, and they said, if you want to continue doing it, then go for it. So I kind of felt like maybe I should. Because even though it helps people out, it helps me out too. Because it's like a responsibility that I have, and it keeps me reading. So I decided to do it, and through my finals, I was stressing out, and I decided like I need to pray to God to help me out with this. But then, like I was thinking like, why don't you just like send a text to everyone and tell them like, why don't we just pray for each other, that God help us out with the finals. And that way the prayer, your prayer, becomes like everyone's prayer, and then the prayer will be stronger for everyone. So I decided to do that, and I sent a text. Jeremiah 33:3 that says, call upon my name, and I will answer you, and I will show you great and mighty things that you do not know. So as I was sending it to the usual people, I thought like, why don't you just send it to like all your friends, not just the people that they go to church, but like everyone. So I decided to do that, and as I was sending it to people, there was this one number, like, because my phone just sends by tens. This one was missing, and I was like, should I send it or just like leave it like that? Like maybe like it's just one person. But then I was like, you know what, send it. So I sent it. Right after I get a phone call from that number, and I thought it was my friend, and it ends up being an older guy, like someone that I don't know. He's like, hey, like I think you got the wrong number because like I just got this number last week, and I was like, oh sorry, yeah, because it used to belong to my friend. And like, well, okay. And he's like, oh, don't worry. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. So I raised the number, and I was like, okay, fine, like, whatever. The next morning, I get a text from an unknown number saying, good morning, I don't know who you are. And I was like, wait, what? I don't remember texting any unknown numbers. Like, I texted all my contacts, but I was like, what about the number I raised? So I went back into the history of the numbers that called me, and it was that number. And I was like, I thought they didn't want me to text him anymore or something because they called me yesterday. So I replied, and I was like, oh, thank you. And then in the replies, you're a miracle to me. And I was like, wait, what? Like, that's good, but like I don't understand what you're talking about. And then like it sends me a thing. It says yesterday, I prayed to God. But like I wanted for him, like the person was praying for something, and they prayed for God to send an answer. And he said, and suddenly you just appear out of nowhere with an answer, which is the text that I sent, which says, call upon my name and I will answer you. And I was like shocked that like, I couldn't believe that like just like one text that I sent that I decided to send to someone like changed someone's life. And I was like, well, like I don't know what to say. And then that person was like, well, like God works in miraculous ways, and I'm just so happy you sent me this text, and like those were beautiful words. And then so the person told me like, oh, like I have to go, but I don't say bye, but talk to you soon. And I was like, okay. So the next day I didn't text that person because I thought they would text me back, but they didn't. And the following day I was like, I'm gonna send the daily Bible verse to that person again and see what happens. So I did. And then in that same afternoon, another number replied. And I was like, wait, another unknown number? And then it was that same person. It's like, yeah, I changed my number, but thank you for the verse you sent me again, because I was going through a lot of trouble that day, and again you saved me. And I was like, there you go. I was shocked to know like how that one verse that I sent like was working in someone's life. So this person said, who are you? Like, what church do you go to? Or why don't you call me? And like when I saw that it said like, why don't you call me? I kind of like I froze. And I was like, okay, like that's like not my comfort zone anymore. I was like, I don't know, like I don't really feel comfortable talking to people I don't know, especially on the phone. So I was like, I started shaking. I was like, I need help. So like how Lily and I told her, and she's like, oh, go for it. And I was like, okay, I need to pray about it. So I prayed about it, and I was like, I need to talk to Pastor Cindy about it. So I called her, but she didn't answer.
Please.
But her not answering, like I kind of felt scared. I was like, what? Like I needed her to tell me something about this because like I don't feel ready. But I was like, well, I'm not gonna let this person just go by. It's waiting for me. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna call her. So I called and she didn't answer. So I left that voicemail and then she called me back. And then when I heard the voice, I thought it was the guy that called me the day before, but it was a woman actually. It was an old lady. Like because of the way it sounded, I was like I was surprised. Like I wasn't expecting an old lady to answer. And then she was like, hey, like thank you so much for your words that you're sending me because like I'm coming from Mexico and I lost my job. Like over there they took everything from me. I like lost her job, her home, everything. So she's going through a lot right now. And she said that she was praying to God and then God just sent me or like what I sent her. Like I suddenly just appeared in her life to help her up. So she's like very, very like thankful to me for saving her. And she's like, I'm so surprised he used someone so young like you to help me. And I was like I was just surprised too because I was like, I can't believe this just happened. Like for me it's just like, it's not real. And then she told me that she really wanted to talk to someone, but more like her age because of the stuff that she's going through. She's like, I understand that maturity doesn't come with age, but that she really wanted someone like older, like sound kind of young for whatever she's going through. And so I wasn't gonna be able to give her advice. So at first it kind of like discouraged me because I was like, wait, I thought I was doing something good, but now she's kind of, I guess I discouraged her because of my age. But I was like, you know what, no, like I'm not gonna let that discourage me. So she asked me like, what church do you go to? And I was like, well, I go to ICM, Laredo, Iglesia Cristiana Misericordia. They're like, oh, I live in McAllen, and I wish I could see you. And I was like, wait. That's not how she said it. She said like, I like to see who the person that saved her was. That's no. The thing is that in 1 week I'm going back to mission, and the church I go to is in McAllen. So for me, for her to live in McAllen is like God placed her in my life for something. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna see her soon. And I told her like, if you want someone older, like to talk to you, someone more experienced, I can give you my pastor's number. And she said yes. So I gave her my pastor's number, and she said she was gonna call him or contact him. I'm guessing I'm gonna see her soon. But like I just wanna like share with you guys how like one simple Bible verse that I thought it was meaningless because of whatever stress or whatever. It's like so powerful that it can change someone's life like this. And like I don't know, I just told Pastor Shin that she wanted me to share it with you guys, and like for sure I'm not gonna stop sending texts to people.
For the Lord. Okay, well, thank you very much, Daniel, okay? That you're doing an awesome job, and keep doing it, okay? We feel encouraged, all right? You are reaching others, and that verse is God's word. And I always say God's word is a double-edged sword. It pierces, okay? And it doesn't come back empty, all right? So we're proud of you, okay? And you're doing an awesome job, okay? All right? God bless you guys. We'll see you, okay? Take care, all right?